I was born in Peru, in a small town called Huacho, which is north of Lima. And when I was 7 years old, we moved to Guatemala, where my father went to seminary there. And when I was 11, we moved to the United States, to the Rio Grande Valley, to Harlingen, Texas. My whole family is from Peru. My father is from the mountains, and my mom is from what they call it, La Selva, or the more tropical area of Peru, close to the Amazon River. They got to know each other when they met each other in Bible school, and they got married 4 years later. And a year and a half later, I think I was born. Well, moving from when I was 7 years old to Guatemala, we came to a different culture. I believe we were the only Peruvians in the seminary. The majority of the people there were from Central America. So it was a different way of being, a different food. I mean, I came to know tortillas, which I had never seen before. And just 4 years later, moving to the United States to a different culture was a big adjustment for us as well. When we're in Peru and in Guatemala, we look like everybody else. But when we came to the United States, we still look like the majority of the people that live in South Texas, but we were looked at a little bit different. As you know, people that cross the river, they're called wetbacks, or in Spanish they're called mojados, and that's how people call me. I didn't know what that was until I remember the first time they called me that. I went home to ask my parents what that meant, because mojado just means being wet, so I didn't know what that meant. And talking to the people that were from Texas, I came to know what it meant, and I wasn't that happy about being called that. Learning the language was an experience. Being in 4th grade, looking at books from the 1st grade in kindergarten, really with the big earphones on the side of the room, and trying to learn this new language. And little by little being moved closer and closer to the general population of the school, and how that experience, just experiencing that. It was a very interesting experience, this moving from one side of the room to the other, in that when I was with the people that just came to the States that just were learning English, I was shunned really from the other group. But as I moved from that group to the other group, I was having difficulty with my friends that were still learning the language. So I still think about that, about how that made me feel, and I think I still feel that everywhere I go, whenever I'm with the different groups, especially with this church that we're planting, where it started with Latinos, but now it's becoming multicultural, multi-ethnic. We have African Americans, whites, and Hispanic, and my wife is from Vietnam, so Asian, and moving from one to the other, including all of them, and how people will perceive me as a priest of this whole community. I think I bring back a lot of those memories from when I was growing up here in the States. I identify very much with the people that are left out. I identify with the people that are fighting for something, to be recognized. And I think I'm attracted to these people, and I think people that feel that way are attracted to me. And I think it has shaped a lot of my ministry, not only at St. Mary Magdalene, where we're trying to create this multi-ethnic community, but also when I was a chaplain or a campus minister at Baylor, where I think the Episcopalians felt that way in the midst of the large Baptist university. And they were left out as well, and I attracted these people. So I think that's what my calling is, really, to find these people and to tell them that everything that you feel in your heart, or the way that you feel people are treating, is not true. That God loves you, and that nothing can separate it from His love.